when you start acting like a professional business, clients are going to look at you in a lot different way. Now, I know this one's going to probably maybe feel a little bit awkward for some of the builders out there, but we're going to talk about professionalism. So professionalism is something that we're very passionate about here at Live Like Build. Like our whole purpose is to raise the professionalism of the whole residential construction industry. And Amelia, I want to ask, and I want you to talk to people about, do you think professionalism is something that a homeowner actually cares about, or do you think a homeowner just looks as a builder as sort of someone that's got a nail bag, got a hammer, turns up the site and builds their home?
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting one, because I think a lot of builders would assume that a homeowner just wants a builder who can actually build a house. And yes, that is true to some extent. They want to know that you know what you're doing. They don't though, want that to be the only thing that you can do. And I think when sometimes builders hear this idea of professionalism, they also hear maybe elitist, or it's, that elitist is something that's bad, and that it's something that's about university education, or about, I don't know, something that isn't a fit with the residential construction industry. Professionalism at the end of the day just means somebody that is operating at a high quality, operating with expertise, that you're great at what you do, and that you care about what you do as well. And I think that is what homeowners want. They want somebody who's great at what they do, who's experienced at it, and who really cares about delivering a quality product.
And from the homeowner's point of view, like they've got a lot at stake. Like this is something like obviously the great Australian dream. Like, and whether it doesn't really matter how they're like. My thing is like it doesn't matter if someone's spending $50,000 or $5 million. Like that particular person has worked really hard to save that money or do whatever they've needed to get that money, so that they can trust us to build their dream with that. So, like, builders should really, like, when you think about it, like, this homeowner is coming to us, putting all this trust in us to deliver them a family home, like somewhere they're going to bring their family up, kids go to school, kids get born, like all types of things. So it's a pretty big deal.
Very much so. And I think, so many homeowners tell that story of the builder that's rocked up late to a meeting, not shown up at all, not returned calls, turned up with their diary stuffed full of notes and can't, seem to handle their administration. They're running their business out of their glove box of their car. They've just been difficult to deal with. And then you start to think, oh, hang on, I'm going to trust this person with 6, maybe 7 figures of my money that's taken me years and years to save, or I'm going to be paying off for a long time. Yeah. Plus, it's going to be the roof that I put over my family's head, and I want to last for decades. It's potentially going to be the biggest investment I ever make in my life. And it does really matter that the builder is well presented, is organised, and shows up as a professional, so that that homeowner can trust that they are the right person to hand this massive amount of money. And not just that, the huge hope and ambition and aspiration they have for what this home will actually deliver for them long term.
Yeah, and it's like in all other areas of their life, like they're dealing with professionals everywhere else, and like I guess they really want certainty that you're professional enough to deliver what it is they're hoping to get, because like everyone's going to doctors, dentists, lawyers, like accountants. Like everybody goes to accountant at least once a year. So, it's just that getting builders in that mindset. Like a builder is more than a tradie. Like you are a professional business, and when you start acting like a professional business, clients are going to look at you in a lot different way.
Very much so. And this is the thing I think builders don't understand, is that if you're going to act a certain way, then that's how people will generally treat you. And if you're not going to raise the standards for yourself about what it looks like to be a professional builder, and you are just going to act like a tradie, then that's going to change the way that a homeowner works with you, treats you, how they consider whether they'll pay your bill on time, whether they'll argue with what your bill is, whether they'll try and stuff you around in terms of getting you to do extra work. All of those kinds of things start to come into play when you don't elevate your own standards about what professionalism looks like for you and set boundaries about what that means for you and your business. And as you said, homeowners are used to dealing with professionals in so many other areas of their life. So they know what it's like to work with a professional. They know what that standard of expectation is. They wouldn't go into their GP's office and argue with them about how they're charging.
The diagnosis.
Yeah, the diagnosis, what they're being told.
Yeah.
And the same thing with lawyers and things like that. And it is possible for builders who want to improve themselves and the way that they operate to work in a similar way to really get much better relationships with the people that they're working with and be treated better and have their value respected as well. The other thing is that a lot of homeowners are professionals themselves. And if they're professionals and they've set that high standard of expectation, experience and operation for themselves, and then they're dealing with a builder that isn't setting a similar standard, then that can be incredibly frustrating for them. So, it's that thing of just remembering if you're complaining about how you're being treated, if you're complaining about how people seem to take advantage of you and not respect your time or the way that you charge for things, then take it as a sign that you need to potentially look at your own behaviour and how you're showing up and what that might be telling others about how they can treat you.
Yeah, if you want to be treated as a professional, you've got to act like a professional.